Hello and welcome. Today we would like to challenge you to leave the BAU, the business as usual, and think strategically. Think about what next year's going to look like, what 2030 is going to look like, and get your headspace into that strategic mindset.
Today we are setting our priorities and our strategy for the years ahead and making sure that we are all fully aligned on the centrality of the Learning to Learn framework and the importance of making sure that every single one of our students has the best possible learning experience.
We've had the privilege of getting a really clear opening as to where we want to be by 2030. And then coupled with some really inspirational key speakers, specifically a celebrity, being a huge Survivor buff.
I was involved in a pretty tough business as a young person, and there was a lot of kind of hand-to-hand, door-to-door fighting, and it was human behaviour at its worst. And I'm not talking about Afghanistan, I'm talking about the fashion industry in New York City. It was pretty rough. This is a good one, and I think this is one of the biggest sources of burnout in the modern era. Because we're professionals, we try not to drop any balls and we try and get everything done, every email, every meeting. The point I make about simplicity and mission focus is about concentrating on what is actually going to have impact. Everything else is trivial and you can let it go. If you're really focused and your whole team agrees and you know what that mission is and you've communicated it and you're confident that that's the thing that will actually move that needle for you, then focus on that and disregard all the other stuff.
I think Mark Wales talked about psychological safety, didn't he? That was the term that he used. That emotional security is necessary, isn't it, if teams are going to be able to be effective?
The strength of the players is in the team. We have to be very intentional about what high performance team looks like.
How do we communicate what great looks like? Do we have a shared understanding across the organization what great looks like? Sometimes you just need to point out, what about that?
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that I was probably thinking too granular, and I need to kind of zoom out and think big picture, think long term, think visionary.
I think at times in an organization, we don't take enough time reflecting on the accomplishments we've had in the past, while also taking time to be able to look at some of the challenges we've had in the past so we don't repeat those same challenges when we get to 2030.
There's never a day where something doesn't progressively move forward or there's a new idea, and I think 2030 is going to be an exceptional goal to work towards.